whenever there's these royal events, whether it's coronation or the Platinum Jubilee, a lot of the cameras are trained on Louis because he gives us probably the most entertaining pictures and his facial expressions, and he was quite entertaining. I think he was quite. It was nice seeing that kind of family unit. Are we in danger of forgetting Charlotte? Because her birthday was on the same day as the security case dropped. Normally her picture would be everywhere. It was kind of relegated a little bit back. Are we? We're spending a lot of time talking about George and the father-son relationship there with the future king, then future king training the future king. We talk lots of images of Louis. Did we forget about Charlotte?
I think they're quite keen for us to not be overly focused on Charlotte. I mean, the reality is, let's face it, in 10 years' time, this girl's going to be over every magazine. She's going to be a superstar, So I think that, I know that when there was a cover on a magazine quite recently, which was to do with Charlotte, was put on and I don't think they were very happy. So letters followed. So I do think they're quite keen to be in control of the way.
There is a management.
And I think that's fair. I think given that they do give a fair amount of exposure of the children, that those children are not overwhelmed by what happens.
But I was photographing that event and watching them, and Charlotte and Catherine were talking a lot together, and I remember I got one particular picture where she's putting her arm around Charlotte, but I think Robert's right, she is going to be a mega star, she's just a lovely kid, but Louis was the pictures. I mean, you're right about that. Louis.
Well, he was mocking his brother when
mocking the brother with the hair. That's
my favourite moment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was very funny though.
That's like two brothers in any family.
But that was funny, because he was saying,
and
"Who do you think you are?"
On the balcony as well. We was watching him because the last time he was on the balcony with the Queen, he was the star. He almost took the whole event away from the Queen with his antics. But no, he's getting a lot better. But, even then, during when he was sitting there with his father was talking to him all the time, reassuring him. And he was like dusting his father's jacket, and he was pulling the braid off his father's, But William was concentrating all about looking after Louis that day. I remember he was just all over him,